Hey, what's up, Productivity Junkies? Darren Persinger here, and I am with my friend Dan the Man. What? I gave you another nickname today when you called me.
Hoser?
No, DK with the MBA.
DK with the MBA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan Keller, mortgage lender, mymortgageguy.dan.com. Dan, who are you? Let the productivity.
I am Dan Keller, Seattle, Bellevue mortgage banker. And my site is mymortgageguy.dan.com, and I'm a productivity junkie.
Awesome. So for full disclosure, you are a client of mine.
I am a client of yours.
All right.
Yes.
So today, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about what's your favorite thing that we're working on. Where do you find the most value, and where are you going to focus on 2011 so that the other productivity junkies might find some value in it?
Yeah, man, that's probably the toughest question I've been asked in a while, because I want to say 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 things. But okay, the probably the number one thing I'm most amped up right now is, and it's probably going to go over all your listeners' head, but it's inbound marketing.
Okay.
So I know you have a ton of information on your site about inbound marketing.
I have a whole category on inbound marketing,
Okay.
but what do you mean by inbound marketing? Because there's a whole bunch of marketing terms being thrown out, right? There's traditional marketing, there's direct mail marketing, there's activity-based marketing, there's content marketing. What is inbound marketing?
So I posted on Facebook on my fan page, which is Dan Keller, mymortgageguy.dan.com on Facebook fan page, not too long ago. But the best example of inbound marketing to me is on New Year's Day.
Mm-hmm.
I joined you and Catherine for brunch,
Mm-hmm.
and Payson Group. We had brunch from 10 to 11:30. I left, got back in the car at 11:30, and picked up my phone, and I had 2 emails. Both of them were opt-ins from 2 separate blogs that I wrote
Mm-hmm.
a week and a half prior to that, and both of them were asking for more information. So on the way home, contacted both of the prospects, and both of them are on the board right now, and I'm converting both of those into closed loans.
Yeah, I said that this was going to be short, but
Sure.
we might go
Okay,
along with
okay,
this
real quick.
because I'm having some thoughts in my head. We were talking about this actually as soon as I walked into your office. I think people don't have faith that inbound marketing works, because basically the way that I would define inbound marketing is creating content that is recent and relevant,
Mm-hmm.
that for a target audience that would find valuable, and having them find it where it is
Mm-hmm.
that you want them to find it. So your social networks would be considered inbound marketing. SEO and being found on Google would be considered inbound marketing. PR, where someone does another story about you, would be inbound marketing. Anything that's attracting people to you, and you're basically getting the leads to come towards you because you provided valuable information is inbound marketing, right?
Yes.
Here's what I think the difficulty is. I don't think a lot of people have faith that would work.
Yeah.
And even though you just said you generated 2 leads like that on New Year's Day, what's your take on the fact that you have to kind of take a leap of faith? If I create content, people will show up and ask to do work with me, versus I need to get on the phone and make 80 phone calls at least this week.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to be brutally honest with you. As an agent or any other lenders listening in, I get lenders and agents calling me all the time during the week, and they see what I'm doing, they see where I'm at on the internet, and they think that I just turned a switch on, and all of a sudden I've got this website, and every time I write a blog, it ranks #1 on Google, and I get these leads, and it's hard work. It's been at least 4 to 6 months with you of busting my tail, not only to get my site to rank, but to learn how to write content, then to convert and optimize that content to convert the content. So, but it's a process that once you get it going, it's definitely, the return is great, and every time I write a blog, I know that within a day or 2, I'm going to get a lead from it.
Yeah, and the great thing is that that blog post or that content that you created is going to generate a lead for you next week now.
Well, and
And the week after.
So backtracking, on New Year's Day, the 2 leads that I got, they're right on the top of my head. One of them was from a blog that I wrote on USDA zero down financing for a new construction site that has an on-site lender that is not me. And so what had happened is that client their loan had been declined.
Okay.
So they Googled that area, zeroed down because it was a USDA loan they got declined for, and my name didn't just come up. My name was all over page 1 of Google. So it was attached to that new construction site, but it was also below that for USDA. So the funny thing is when I talked to the fella, he was just like, hey, this is so-and-so, and I'm calling you because it looks like you're the USDA guy. And yeah, I am, but I mean, I portrayed that image and I am portraying that image to the public, and then obviously I'm backing it up. But yeah. So, and then the other one was a homebuyer education lead, and it's the same thing. They Googled something relevant to homebuyer education, and it wasn't just they found me on page 1. It was multiple. This guy keeps coming up, so obviously he
must be the person. So I need to find out some more information from this guy. So I think the challenge is with inbound marketing. If you're wanting to implement this in your own business, you're right. It's not as easy as simply going and buying a WordPress theme for $80 and then starting to write some blogs. There's an art and a science to the content creation side, and then to the lead conversion side of once you get people to show up to your website. Because I mean, you and I have these conversations. There's a lot of quality, talented people out there creating content that honestly aren't generating leads.
No, and there's some really good. As a matter of fact, when I research for a blog post, there's some really good sites, and I'm gathering information from very nice blogs and very nice websites, but there's zero way for that, if I was a prospect, for them to convert me.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the biggest ahas with you, just over the past month. Like, you asked what I'm most excited about in regards to being a productivity junkie. Inbound marketing is it, but really honestly digging deep and going below the surface, it's being able to optimize that and convert. So you had me clean up the sidebars, you had me just insert that after that call to action, that button, and then creating a separate landing page. So I mean, there's an art and a philosophy and a science to it, but I'll tell you what, I'm getting it, and I'm still continuing to get it, and then they continue to come in.
All right, so let's leave it with this, and you kind of just covered it, but let's recap it and make it really clear for everyone.
Cool.
What are like 2 to 3 takeaways then that you would give them that you've picked up through us working together on inbound marketing that they might be able to start to implement in their own business in 2011?
You gotta just start. You have to start creating content.
Okay, start creating content.
Platform to create content on.
Okay, get a quality platform to create content on.
Create it.
Create content, number 2. Okay?
And then you've got to optimize it.
Optimize it.
And I'm going to be honest with you, you can look on Google, you can go to YouTube, you can try and find all the ways to learn SEO, which I tried, I did, and I just said, you know what? I'm going to become a productivity junkie. I'm going to hire Darren and learn firsthand. And it's so much better because I go straight to the top and I get it versus having to dig for it.
Because going back to my definition of inbound marketing, it's about creating content, blah, 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 that's getting found. It does no, I mean, the internet and the Google search is this vast black hole that you can disappear in. You need to be able to get found. Yeah. So that's where the art and science comes in.
That's it.
All right, so quality platform, create the content, and then optimize it.
That's it.
All right.
Yep.
How do people contact you, Dan?
MyMortgageGuyDan.com, and if you're on Twitter, at Dan Keller MTG, and then go to Facebook and fan up one of my pages, either Northwest Real Estate Agent Network if you're a real estate agent, or Dan Keller, MyMortgageGuyDan.com.
Awesome. See you guys.